everyone! Today we're shining a spotlight on something that often gets overlooked: rare champions. Everyone is always talking about legendaries and epics, but let's be real here. Some rares punch way above their weight class and definitely deserve some love. I've picked 7 amazing rares that can really change your account, whether you're just starting out or you're deep into the grind. Some of these are game changers, some of them are hidden gems, and I guarantee that at least one will surprise you. So if you're sleeping on the rares, it's time to wake up. Let's get into it. Hello raiders, I'm Bobby, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to tell you some of the OP game-changing rares in this game. Rares are still important, man. I feel that rares are one of the most underrated part of this game because they can carry you early to mid-game and even be useful in the end game. Some rares are better than epics in certain areas, and today we're gonna see which... Oh! Alright, we upgraded a level, that's great. Amazing. Alright, today we're gonna be discussing some of the best rares in the game. Hold up, click the link in the description to start your game with the free legendary and 4 solid epics as you level up. Here are the simple steps you need to follow. Step number 1. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. If you have never had Raid install on your mobile device before, the link will also work there. Step number 2. Click the link in the description and register a brand new email. Step number 3. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. And finally, step number 4. Go to your inbox and claim your first gem. Here we go. You will find Karato Fox Hunter there, and as you progress through the game, you will also unlock Ugo, Raktordrat, Tagor, and Mausoleum Mage. This is an amazing account start in Raid, so click my link in the description below and follow these simple steps. I want to start with one really good champion. She's actually the OG rare queen, man. She is namely Coldheart. So Coldheart is best max HP nuker. She has insane turn meter control, and what I can tell you is that she's dungeon MVP. On her A1, she attacks 4 times at random. Each hit has a 25% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. 100% heal reduction, man, that is strong. On her A2, she has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decrease accuracy debuff for 1 turn and places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns if the target is under a heal reduction debuff. And finally, on her A3, that is her turn meter reduction. She decreases the target's turn meter by 100% and has an extra 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Damage increases according to enemy max HP. Her A3 is really the game-changing ability that she has. It can be really useful against bosses like Iron Twin, Spider, and Fire Knight. That's why I call her Dungeon MVP. Also, when you're building Coldheart, make sure she has enough accuracy so she can land that turn meter reduction. And her Heartseeker will only require 70% of crit rate, so make sure you're maximizing her critical rate as well. And overall, I can say that Coldheart is one of the best rares out there, and she can really help you even if you're in endgame. But especially if you're early to mid-game, this champion will change your game drastically. So moving on to the second champion on our list today. This is namely Not. 3 shield Not. Man, look at this appearance. His shield is made of wood, I think. He looks amazing though. This is one of the best looking champions in the game. He is very powerful. He's a solid defensive rare with ally protection and buff control. He also has the ability to heal all allies by 15% of their max HP. He also places increased defense buff, also places a shield buff on all revived allies for 2 turns, equal to 20% of their max HP, and on top of that, his aura increases ally speed in faction crypts by 15%, which is great. His aura is really amazing and is what makes him perfect. Not only his aura, but his overall kit makes not the perfect choice for faction wars. His skills can help you get 3 stars on the challenging stages. Also, another good use of Not is definitely in Doom Tower, in the secret rooms where you need only rares. He can easily clear waves because his kit is totally amazing, and this is actually again one of the best rares out there. Man, just look at him. This eye is just looking at me. Is that the Illuminati? Illuminati. Alright, yeah, he's definitely worth it, and I'm just amazed by his appearance, man. He looks gorgeous. Alright, guys, in this video I will not include some of the champions I have already talked about in previous videos. I have talked about War Maiden, Diabolis. Those are also some good rares out there, and they're easily obtainable. Also, Ethel and Kale, I'm not gonna talk in details about them in this video, but they're still very good rares, and I recommend you upgrade them to max. Now, moving on to our third champion on the list today. Actually, I already have this champion on my roster. This is Abyssal. Yes, I haven't built him yet and I haven't tested him out, but just look how much power he got initially without even having any equipment. He is actually one of the best support rares. He has strong meter, AoE shields, heals, and buffs, and he is actually great for faction wars. On his A2, he heals all allies by 15% of their max HP, and here is that increased defense that he's placing. Also, he places a 25% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. On his A1, he has a 15% chance of placing a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. I do need to test him out as soon as possible because I'm super excited. I just didn't have the time. You know, I also got other champions here on my roster that I still haven't tested out because I was, you know, I was grinding the arena to keep that 4th silver rank, and I was just being busy doing other stuff in the game and I didn't have the time. For example, this lady right here, I still haven't tested her out. Just look at her hair, man. As far as I'm informed, I know that this lady is worth it, but you know, I still have so many champions that I haven't even tried out. I'm just saving them for the moment when I won't be that busy so I can test them out. The 4th champion on our list today is from the Dark Elves faction, and this is namely Painkeeper. Painkeeper is an amazing champion for Hydra, Clan Boss, and she's also amazing dungeon carry. She provides turn meter control, and also one of her best abilities is cooldown reduction. She decreases the cooldowns of all ally skills by 1 turn. Painkeeper can make a good duo with a lot of champions in this game to achieve higher results, especially if you have Monitor on your team. Together with him, they can make a budget unkillable team so you can achieve that Ultra Nightmare chest and get your rewards. When building Painkeeper, I highly recommend you build her with as much speed as possible so she can go first, and also critical rate and defense should be also higher number, as well as HP. So make sure you get her a proper build, and some artifacts that you can use for her are definitely lifesteal, also speed set, and immortal. Moving on to the 5th champion of today's list, and he is again from the Dark Elves faction, the King of Cheese. Alright, and this is namely Paragon. Paragon is a great champion. He's unkillable. His unkillable makes him a solo artist for tough fights like dungeon bosses, Doom Tower. Also, in the Iron Twins, he can actually solo this boss up to stage 15, which is crazy. Also, on his A3, he has a 30% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff and a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Damage inflicted is proportional to defense. Let's check his A1 here. He has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%, and this is actually great additional skill. Also, when you get Paragon and you get to build him, you have to make sure that you have built him with enough speed, also resist and accuracy. Enough accuracy is really crucial for this champion so he can be able to properly use his A3. Additionally, Paragon could be a great choice for Spiders then. Taking a closer look at his skills, he can be really useful there as well. And Doom Tower, I already told you, but he can be a great addition for the Doom Tower. And now, next up on the team is a champion that I really think that has a really cool name, you know. Dilgol. Sounds a bit Indian to me, you know? He's from the Dwarfs faction, he's an attack champion, and actually he has some pretty solid kit right there. He has AoE decreased defense, which makes him perfect for arena and early to mid-game dungeons. Besides the decreased defense that he's placing, he also has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy debuff, and on his A1 he has a 40% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. A forgotten beast, if you ask me. Dilgol. You know what I mean. Dilgo can be also very useful against Spider and the Spiderlings in Spider's Den dungeon to reduce the amount of poison you can take from the Spiderlings because of that decreased accuracy debuff. Also, he can be really helpful in faction wars in the Dwarfs faction, especially if you have more Dwarfs on your team. For me, I personally have a lot of Dwarfs on my team, and if I manage to get Dilgol, it will be perfect because I would smack the faction dwarf crypt, man. I'm telling you. And now, finally, our final spotlight of today's video, another sleeper pick. I came here because I used to have this champion, but unfortunately, I think I have used them as food. Do not make my mistake. His name is... Where are you? Oh yes, Hyde Stitcher Born. Do I have this champion? Yes, I used to have him, right? The image here is not great anymore. I thought it's still gonna be great when you have used this champion as food, but it turns out no. Alright, anyway, Hyde Stitcher Born is a great champion, and if you have him, do not use him as food like I did. On his A3, he heals all allies by 15% of this champion max HP, also fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. This is actually a solid skill for keeping your team sustained and cycling through turns faster, especially in some areas of the game like the secret rooms in the Doom Tower and also faction wars. His A2 Skin Sealer places a 25% increased resistant buff on all allies for 2 turns and also places a shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns. And finally, his A1 has a chance to place a 25% decreased attack debuff, which can be upgraded to the stronger version when using the Nature's Bounty Blessing. And actually, all of his abilities makes him a good pick for Clan Boss, Dragon Slayer, Ice Golem, and also some of the secret rooms in the Doom Tower. And that's a wrap on the 7 best rares you should not sleep on. I personally think that on this list, the best champions are definitely Coldheart and Nod, but let me know in the comment section down below what do you think. Also, which rares has carried you the most in rate? Did I miss someone that deserves a spot on this list? Let me know down below and let's talk about it. If this video helped you out, hit that like button, it really supports the channel. And if you want more guides, breakdowns, and deep dives into raid, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck with your summons. Bye!